What is up, everybody? Let's try that again. What's up, everybody? I'm Keating. I am your co-host for tonight's show. Logan El Jefe is having some mic issues right now, so he is in the green room right now trying to get everything figured out. I am. Let me tell you about my weekend. All right, I got to enjoy a little surgery, and it hasn't held me down. For those of you that do follow me on social media, I've done my best to stay active and get content out there. But I appreciate all the kind comments and questions. Yeah, I'm gonna be just fine, guys. No need to worry about me. Let's move forward. We've got two great guys that are on the show tonight. They are two of the coolest looking guys. I mean, we're talking a ZZ Top beard and a much better looking Magnum PI. I'm going to be honest with you. These two guys right here, they know how to sling barbecue, and they've got some fantastic seasonings that we were just talking about in the green room, and I'm sure they are going to fill you in on all their up and coming products. And look, I'm not going to keep them back there any longer. Let's bring on Farm to Fire. Boys, how have y'all been?
Thanks, man. Thanks for having us.
So just starting the show out, and for those of you that are watching, I have two children over here, so I do apologize. If you can hear them and you would like for them to be quiet, just let me know and I'll scream at them on camera for all of y'all to see. Guys, so tell us a little bit about yourselves, how you started, where you came from, where can we find you?
Wow, that's a big one. Farm to Fire Louisiana. I'm Toby. Matt and I've been running swamps and roads and hunting and fishing together since we were 10 years old. That's where the established 1985 comes from. So that was a long time ago. But yeah, we just a couple of guys that reconnect over open fire and enjoy cooking and have for a long time and develop seasonings along the way that kind of go hand in hand with how we like to eat and how we like to cook. And part of the mission when we started this was really getting people around campfires and around food, because some of the best memories that anybody can relate to is around a campfire and a good meal. And so we just wanted to remind people that that's kind of where it started. And we've just been growing and going from there and trying not to lose track of that.
So, Matt, what? And first off, before we go any further, I need to know the story behind the beard. Were you military before and you were like, you can't tell me I can't grow this? What's your story?
No, COVID.
COVID.
Yeah.
I blame it all on COVID.
I always had like a little something on my chin. I called it like a little flavor saver, 20 years.
That's where 20 years. Booyah sits, brother.
From just this strip. And when I got COVID, I got pretty sick. I was sick for about 3 weeks, and I didn't shave. So, I said, well, you know what? Look, I've never grown a beard. Let me try it. And it kind of got a little scruffy, and then I just kept letting it grow.
I feel like it really does catch a lot of food. It has to, right?
Oh, no, yeah, it's like a bib. It's a built-in bib. So I don't get a lot of stains on my shirt, but I'll catch a lot of food in here. And I've actually found
your shirts are pristine, man.
Yeah.
He's still got to get washed off by a water hose.
Yeah, there's times where I'm really scrubbing out over there on the by the cook shack.
You're just over there just trying to tongue through whatever is stuck in there. Man, I love what y'all have been doing. We met at Hogs for the Cause. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I do.
And I just getting to know y'all, just some of the greatest people I've been around in barbecue. And then we got to see each other at Memphis in May, I believe.
That's right.
Had a blast there. And I mean, dude, that's Hogs for the Cause is, of course, I had recognized the beard, the mustache. Toby, I apologize.
That's all right, man.
But the beard really stuck out, and I was like, hold up, I know those guys. So I went over and introduced myself, and I really, like, every single day, I'm like, what's their good morning post going to be? I really do. And like I know that's corny, but like people really enjoy that. You know, they want to see that interaction each and every day. And I'm always wondering, I'm like, all right, what picture are they putting up today?
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
Keaton, you mentioned that. This is just funny because you said that. I'll never forget when Matt and I started this thing. We were cooking and doing well before the cameras started. But I remember us talking about, that we were developing an R&D and coming up with formulas for our first season. And we're like, Matt's like, we need to start filming some of this. And I looked at him and I said, man, who would ever be interested in watching us or hearing a thing we ever had to say? Other than comic relief half the time, it may be worth watching. But, it's been fun, man. And just people, the support's been awesome. The community, people we've met, that's been the takeaway, to be honest with you.
I mean, you want to talk about a following? Y'all got a pretty good following on social media, and it's consistent in that. And I know we're not a content oriented barbecue show, but I want to talk about this because I don't think people realize to get that type of engagement day in and day out is so tough.
It's a job.
Yeah. Like it's nonstop. And I now, which one of y'all is the main content guy?
All right, I'm gonna tell you right now, Matt and his wife, man. When it comes to the artistic, the videos, the editing, that's all them. Yeah, I light fires and cook meat, and they say stand there, and that's where I stand.
Tell them you're the Tom Selleck of barbecue.
I just like to cook, but Matt is
dude. I love that
behind the scenes on that stuff, and his wife is a phenomenal videographer and editor, and so they really do a lot of hard work.
Miss Season Ruffin in the comments over here. She makes some goofy eyes at the beard.
Yeah,
that's my wife, Season.
I tell you what, man. So y'all been going strong on social media for what?
I think two years.
2 years.
Yeah. We're in. Oh, yeah, probably 2024, somewhere in that range. We started Farm to Fire in 23, and it was really just for Toby and I. We got a couple of hats, got our logo. I went to art school, so I have a graphic design. I went to school for graphic design. Didn't really enjoy it when I got out and worked construction most of my life.
Really?
But yeah. But we were doing this for ourselves. The very, very beginning was Toby and I connecting. I have a little hobby farm. I raised some sheep, rabbits, chickens, turkeys and stuff like that. So when it was time to harvest an animal, Toby and I'd get together, we'd do it, and we always cook something after. So that's where Farm to Fire started. It wasn't right then and there wasn't a plan to do anything beyond that. It was more of a, hey, let's get together and cook something and clean something, kind of like deer camp, hanging out at deer camp kind of deal.
Yeah, you don't want to film deer camp though.
No, you don't. And honestly, you don't want to film what we were doing early on either.
Yeah, you really didn't.
We didn't really know what the guidelines were. We were more YouTube content, posting on Facebook.
I was a walking violation just about every video.
So y'all's do you ever go back and watch your beginning content? Like where you started? I go back and I watch mine, and it's cringeworthy. I'm like, what was I thinking?
But that's good, because you're going to continue to progress and get better and better and better, right? Yeah.
Without a doubt. Look, I don't want to pause it, but El Jefe has entered the building.
Woo-hoo!
Are we good to go, sir?
All right.
Yo, technical difficulty, El Jefe. That's me.
Well, welcome.
Fellas.
Welcome to your podcast.
Yeah, we just
thank you guys, man. Thank y'all for having me on tonight. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
First time, long time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Logan, would you like to kind of jump in the water and steer this ship, or
no? Hey, man. Captain, Mr. Keaton, man. You were kicking ass.
I got goosebumps there,
man.
sir.
I was gonna hop on the chair and, man, just give you a salute, man. You're kicking ass, taking names, man.
All right. Well, look, guys. All right. So 2024 hits. y'all are filming, what you have gathered.
No, 2024. We weren't very beginning of 24. We played around with it a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But what we did do is, when was the first Cajun Two-Step Fest? Toby, you remember? Y'all remember?
We just had the 4th annual.
That was 24.
Yeah,
23.
It was 23.
yeah, 23.
Sorry, we got to back up. We started Farm to Fire was more of a 2023 beginning. What we did was somebody, I don't remember who it was, but somebody said, I can't really remember what it was, but somebody had said something about getting a hat. And I think Toby and I were talking about, branding it Farm to Fire. I can't really even remember who asked or whatever. But anyway, we get our logo developed, and all we have is hats and T-shirts. We get a couple of cutting boards made, and we decide, hey, we're going to take this concept of really what we were doing was putting technology aside, cranking up a fire, throwing some meat on it, enjoying our time together, fellowshipping with others, and kind of like saying, hey, man, technology's kind of sucked us all in, and let's disconnect for a little while and kind of refresh or whatever, let's get back to the old school, ways of doing things. And we branded it. And then we went to the Cajun Two-Step Fest, the first annual.
Just to attend, or did y'all do something?
No, we went ahead and set up a merch tent.
Yeah, somebody said y'all ought to bring some hats, man. Sell some merch.
Really?
Yeah, literally.
So-
So we did.
And that's all y'all were selling, hats and T-shirts.
All we did was sell hats and T-shirts. We didn't even really have content. We had a Facebook page. We were just starting to kind of put things together. We weren't doing cooking videos yet. We nobody knew about any seasonings. And we sold $3,000 worth of hats and T-shirts.
Just talking about the brand and what we were about, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just the truth. I mean, it was the story that Matt just told. We stood in front of people at a tent and told the same story, which is still, honest to God, the truth. And people are like, man, I can get behind that. And then we said, well, we're going to have to step this up. If they're willing to buy the hats and the shirts, we got to show them what we're about. And it kind of just started progressing, man.
Dude, that's awesome. That's reverse osmosis on how most content people start. Usually it's the videos and you get one viral, and then you guys like, screw this, we're going straight to merch. Like,
we were like going old school, man.
Dude, I still fight the power button sometimes. So yeah, let's not even talk. But yeah, we were telling the story. We were out there like grassroots for this thing, like running around, like, let me tell you what the hat means, man. And, they're like, all right. So yeah, we're backwards on that end. I can assure you.
Keaton, we did this all wrong. We done this all wrong. Why do we do the podcast? Why don't we just sell like merch?
Sell merch first.
Anybody
come out with merch first?
Get paid.
I didn't say that we were anything to model after by any means. So
what are you talking about, man? Y'all are big wigging it out here, man. I'm over here taking notes while y'all are talking. Yeah, merch first. So yeah, no,
that was it. That was it. Merch first.
My friends in the music industry are like, they got to figure it out. These guys know what's going on, man. You get paid for anything. That's all you need to do. I love your logo, by the way. That's pretty awesome. I may have missed it on the front. Who came up with the logo? Who was the one that created the logo?
So I had a designer friend do it.
Well, it looks solid, man. It looks solid.
That's he's an incredible designer. Yeah. So we went through the whole process.
Right on cue barbecue sauce merch. Yeah, that ain't gonna sell. I may be able to get some like right on cue barbecue sauce toilet paper or something like that. I mean, that'd be a hot ticket. Memphis and May, dude. That's what we should do. Every roll will swap them out Memphis and May with right on cue toilet paper.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah.
Smart. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. So tell us a little bit about what y'all been up to here lately. For those of you that don't know, they just dropped a brand new seasoning that I put on everything in my house. And I wish I had everything right here, to bring out to the trailer, and I forgot. I'm not going to get it. I know you got it in your hands. Yeah, there we go.
Butter chipotle. SPG plus butter chipotle.
Oh, boys, let me tell you something. That shit there, pardon my language.
Ooh, course. Look how coarse that is. Anything.
It's beautiful.
It
Man,
is so good.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it. And listen, we knew what we wanted to do. I mean, that was Matt and I. We love the barbecue community, man. We've always called ourselves backyard barbecuers because we just love to cook. We love open fire, live fire cooking, and always have. It's kind of our start. But getting in with the guys like Hogs in Memphis and meeting people like y'all, you know, and the James Cruz and the Salt, just all these guys, man. The people that you walk in and, you know, hat in hand, and you just kind of humbled, and you're like, hey, I don't understand how to do this, or everybody just opens up. Come on in, I'll show you what you need to know. And, you know, so we loved that community and wanted to go down that lane. So we had our other seasonings, and, you know, and we can talk about those, but the SPG, we were hardened and fast, knew we were going to do it. The butter chipotle was literally just me and Matt sitting down and saying, what are we learning from all the greats out there? What are they using? What's a good balance? Because I tell people all the time when they ask about our seasons, I want to eliminate your pantry. I want to take, and I want you, you know, I'm not picking on anybody.
You're talking dirty to me right now, buddy.
If you got to open 36 different things to get to what you want, and I can give you 2 to get the same result, then that's what I want to accomplish in a development. And so we started playing with that, and that's where this thing came. And we work on them a long time. You know, we R&D for a long time, but we're happy with it, man. And the feedback's just been phenomenal. You know, so that's what makes us happy.
Well, I mean, y'all kind of like you said, combine the two, take the pantry and kind of minimize it. Because I mean, I put, honestly, when I do a lot of my like steaks or anything like that, I mean, chickens, like my go-to is SPG. It's one of my favorite SPG rubs, and then also like a chipotle, you know, garlic butter rub on there, and you know, it goes with everything. For the most part, I mean, unless you want to get very specific, obviously, but I mean, for the most part, man, stuff goes with everything. So was that kind of your mindset? Like, hey, you know, I want something that can, you know, cover the masses.
100%, man. But we wanted something that Lamata says it all the time. I mean, we want
Some versatility. We want
the everyday cook, and we want it to stand and walk in a competition. And we just feel like with the right amount of work and kind of that put together, we feel like we can do that. And that's what we work on. When any seasoning we work on, we kind of come at it. I want mom at 5 to be able to use it and love it. And then I want the hardcore competition cook to be able to say, that's part of my blend. That's part of my box, you know? And so,
sure.
I mean, I'm telling you, that SPG is in my rib recipe moving forward. You know, awesome. It is so damn good.
That's awesome, man. Look, that's what we want to hear, Keaton. Yeah. That was our kind of hope.
Yeah,
was that a handful of the competition barbecue guys were going to kind of say, hey, this is something a little different. It's something I can add to the arsenal. We're not trying to replace anybody's, you know, stuff. And honestly, before the SPG, we were playing around with some barbecue rubs.
Yeah.
And then we thought about going like almost like just lane oriented. And then it's like, but then you got to come out with like 15 different ones and all this other kind of stuff. And we floored it. You know, and then we were like, all right, look, we got you know, the Booyah, we have Birria, we have Swamp Sweat. Let's focus on that for a while. And we really wanted something for the steak. You know, there's a friend of ours, Dale Barnett, you know, and he likes to do steak competitions. And, you know, we kind of thought about those kind of things, you know, leading up to this. Like, what would somebody want, you know, for a state comp or whatever else, you know?
It's everything that you could ask for. And Logan, I know you haven't tried it, so let me paint you a word picture. Imagine a
Picasso,
just a very smooth SPG that has just a very mellow hint of warmth. And then to top it off, I mean, it's the butter aspect of it. It really does just it's something that I wanted to sit down when I would put it on my food and just cover up with a warm blanket. You know what I mean?
That's the way we were.
Yeah, we were thinking Snuggies while we were developing it.
Well, you know, I like to wrap myself up in a full onesie, so it's Snuggie. It's just not enough for me. But yeah,
dude,
man,
are you saying
good.
Sleeping bag? I mean, isn't that the original Snuggie? Is a sleeping bag?
maybe.
Dude,
Yeah.
Keaton, the way you're describing that is like he's either talking about a very fine wine, like a little a barbecue rub sommelier, or a woman, because all of
We
them sound
treat
really,
it
really similar.
in our household. That bottle is treated like a fine wine. If I catch my kids touching it, I'm like, nope, put it down, back away.
Get away. Get
But
away
that's
from
why,
it.
I mean, it's not in Rouse's yet or any of my stores around me. So I mean, hey man, I
Yes.
gotta cherish that.
Yeah, we'll make sure you never run out. How about that?
That's awesome. Hey, well, guys, it's like, well, you did smart. I mean, as from a business standpoint, because you didn't pigeonhole yourself. You know, like some people, they come out, and I was talking to a lot of people that have rubs, and they're like, man, I wish I would have never called it beef rub or chicken rub or something like that. Because, you know, the average Joe, just like you guys did when you first started cooking, if something said beef rub, I mean, what are you only putting that on? You know,
Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah.
I only put this on beef. But when you
Right.
start using generic terms, like, you know, start using flavor profiles, they're like, oh, well, that flavor profile will work on this protein, or that flavor profile will work on this vegetable, and that flavor profile will work on this fish. And so you just from a business aspect, I mean, it's awesome you didn't pigeonhole yourself, because I mean, you can put that shit on everything.
Right.
It's
I mean,
like
that's
Tony
what they're-
Szechury's.
Yeah, that's the thing I learned when I was starting to cook. You know, I was like, don't pigeonhole it, because a lot of my beef stuff goes on my chicken now. It's all about that good balance.
That's why Booyah, we called it our original seasoning blend. We didn't even want to label what it was.
Man,
You know, it just says Booyah, original
Yeah.
seasoning blend. It
I'm
was
gonna
the
be
first
honest
one.
with you. It is such a unique flavor, and I love it because it's something that is going to elevate your dish without actually. Because, you know, sometimes seasonings, if you layer them, it can get a little too salty, because a lot of people like salt
Right.
in that. Y'all's is like the perfect level, so you can add more after your dish is made, and that's
Correct.
fantastic.
That was what we
Correct.
wanted. Our intent was to use it as a layering. This
Yeah.
is why there's less salt in it. You get more spice, seasoning, and savory. You get the herbs, so you can layer and use it in conjunction with an SPG and still not be over salted. So if you come in with a Booyah that's 4% on sodium, and you're using an SPG that's got 230 milligrams versus 300 something, layer them together, brother, and you got something that's just a little bit better than, you know, what you had before. So that's how we've attacked this stuff. And, you know,
MSG, is there any MSG in it, or no MSG in that rub?
There is in the SPG, yes.
not in the Booyah.
Not Booyah, Birria, none, and our Swamp Sweat, none. This is the first product we put it in.
Logan and I pay stupid money for more MSG.
Yeah,
I love
Because
it.
it's that great.
we
all-
like it. We
all
like
MSG,
it
man.
too.
We like it too.
We like it too. I got a big bag of it, you know. But there's, you know, I use it. I use it in the way I cook. But there are people that have you know, they believe that it's horrendous and horrible for you, and it's hard to reverse that. You know, the barbecue community embraces it, like, you know, like you were just saying. I mean, barbecue community is like, if it doesn't have MSG in it, I don't want it.
Yeah.
You know, but
It's false
you know,
news.
but anyway, you know, we put it in this one.
Well, I can understand that.
We added it. We actually added it at the end.
Oh yeah, I mean,
You know, so
who doesn't
we were
want that
dealing
flavor?
with our blender.
Yeah.
You know, we were trying to tone down the salt. We were working our way down in salt, and we upped a little bit of black pepper. And then when we felt like we were really close, is when we started to introduce the MSG to it.
Now, how
Man,
long
I'm
did
over here
y'all
looking
sit
like-
on that?
This one took, honestly, I feel like this one took longer than Booyah.
It took a while.
It
Dude, I'm
didn't-
over here
didn't
looking at
it?
my barbecue trailer. Whenever I do my MSG, I look like freaking Pablo Escobar over here. And just like,
Yeah. You got big
I
piles
do
of
like,
it.
You know, I do the LeBron James. I pour a bunch in my hand and then just put it all over my ribs. Like, all right, send it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Logan, we
yeah.
got to clip that one, buddy. We are putting that on social media.
Please do, yeah. Yeah, I always said, like, you know, my buddies who they cook overseas, like Australia or New Zealand or something like that, or down South America. I'm like, you know, they bring all their rubs with them. I'm like, man, you bring MSG? And they're like, yeah. I said, you ever get stopped by the airport police? Like, can you imagine TSA explaining
Right.
fine white powder in that?
Yeah.
No, officer, that's not cocaine. That's MSG.
Bet you won't
Yeah.
try it.
They got a trip to Colombia coming up soon. I don't know. Now, I got to win that contest in any way possible. No, so all right, so you guys, you guys are Louisiana, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about Matt and I. I mean, we grew up right down the road from each other, like I said. But yeah, he's about 45 minutes north of me. We're not far, but we're over here. I'm near just on the North Shore, and then he's about another 40 minutes north of me. So
I got you. Well, I mean, in Louisiana, I mean, definitely. I mean, cooking and community, like you guys were talking about earlier, is such a huge part in your, society down there. What was one of your favorite things, like memories growing up, when it comes to like community and cooking and stuff like that? Your first kind of boil or something like that?
It's deer camp. Deer camp and crawfish boils.
Yeah, I mean that's how we are, man. Deer camp for us is. Honestly, I care more about the cooking and hanging out than I do about killing any deer. I'm sure you guys
100%. Yeah.
Well, if you're a hunter in Louisiana and you hunt in Louisiana, you better care about something else other than killing deer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
They got gators.
Yeah, you got hogs and gators.
That's right.
We hunt them all, but so yeah, we're not selective, but we still have more fun, I think, cooking and watching other people and helping them. But yeah. Of course, we don't hate them as bad as we used to. You know, the older you get, you find that it's more about, somebody new around the fire, a kid or something. It's kind of our thing. But, so we have a good time doing that. But Matt's right, man. We grew up, like I said, since we were kids. My dad was big on that. And, we were always at the hunt, always deer hunting. We're on the water and fishing. And so, we grew up boiling old school, like wheelbarrow. It was like, 6 different seasonings, and it was just bottles going in. And, there wasn't no cut the bag all in one pour back in the day, there was no fancy purgers or, it was just a crawfish in a wheelbarrow and old school black pot cooking. And so, I mean, that's how we came up, around the fire, around a big black pot or boiling something. And that's how we ate.
I think he just described y'all's next video.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, man, we could do it. We ought to do a little nostalgic something like that.
You got to, man.
Jump from one to the other. But
Matt can shave his beard, take it off.
No, that ain't happening.
There ain't enough money in a fundraiser to get him to shave that beard, brother.
I'd like to see how much we could raise.
There's enough zeros behind a one.
Oh, everybody's got a price. You're right. Yeah, that's right. You're probably right.
Everything's for sale, baby. Everything's for sale.
Yeah, I'll grow it back.
So are y'all ever going to venture down the road of the bagged crawfish boil? Because I mean, you mentioned that there was no bag, so I mean, do you capitalize on that?
Matt asked me to, he put that on me. If I say on me, but on us. But he asked me about a year or so ago. I mean, probably over a year ago. He said,
2 years,
2 years now. He said, "Man, we need to focus on that." I love the boil. He does too, and. It's seemed like the right thing for us to do. We really tabled it. We were more focused on our long-term seasonings because, it's just such a seasonal thing for us. I'm not saying that people don't boil. There's not different seasons when the crawfish are done and back in the hole. And, you got some crab running and there's always a shrimp boat running. But, for the most part, you got a limited time to get it out in front of people. And we really wanted to focus more on our everyday. We wanted to fill pantries up. Yeah. And to answer your question, I feel certain there is probably one on the horizon. We kind of had to prioritize, with bandwidth, which ones we wanted to roll out first in which order.
And there are some really good boils out there.
Oh yeah,
really good ones. So
I'm gonna pick your brain about that at the end here. No, because I'm always about anytime I can talk to a legit Cajun. I'm definitely gonna pick your brain, especially on what's the best boils or whatnot. So what's your style? Do you like bags or do you like just dump and go when it comes to actually a boil? Sometimes they had those. I don't know if they're still popular or not. You used to have like the tea bag boils. And you
the boil bags.
Yeah, boil bags. Yeah.
We don't use that anymore. We'll use a bag of seasoning. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was old school back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, right now, man, you can do a few add-ons. I mean, you start talking about competition crawfish cookers. That's like talking to a guy who wants to cook some ribs for his family and competition rib cooking, right? But yeah, I mean, the 4.5 pound bag you cut open and dump in a pot of water with a sack of 35 pounds of crawfish, that's where it's at. Now,
That's
if you want to add your hot sauce, or you got some kind of little flair, you want to put a few extra peppers in it because you like this or that. I mean, that's good. That's just flavor, and that's everybody's tongue, right? But the 4.5 pound bag, that's where it's at.
When we start off, we use about a bag and a half. We fire up the pot with a bag and a half. We'll throw a handful of bottles of hot sauce in there. We'll throw some jalapenos in there, and then we'll throw the lemons and some onion and boil.
That's it.
Yeah, if we want the corn, but like we did the Cajun two-step this last one.
That stuff's pretty damn good.
There were 40. There were 40 something teams, and Toby and I were like, man, if we're in the top 10, we would be ecstatic. And we came in 10th.
All right. So let's make a comparison here, because
Sure.
I know. So everybody's like, man, you cook competition barbecue. I bet you it's amazing. Well, it's good, but I go into every contest with the thought process of I don't want to offend somebody. So I'm trying to be as middle of the road as possible with whatever it is I'm bringing to the table. Was that y'all's thought process going into that?
No, it was that one. It was one crawfish.
Yeah, just one.
So you had to have the heat.
Yeah,
you had to have the heat where you thought you needed it. You know, because the judges are gonna be eating crawfish all day.
Listen, it was completely night and day. We focus on this.
It's not what you.
When we boil crawfish and we invite y'all over to the house and we're going to boil 70 pounds, I want y'all to eat till I have to roll you out of the yard.
Okay.
I don't want you to walk up and be like, man, did you like your 2 crawfish today?
That's right.
But when we go
Totally
into this
different
thing, I got 2 crawfish to convince a judge. If they eat the second one at all, y'all know all about that. You know, you got so many bones in a box, and maybe they pick it up or maybe they stab it with a fork. You don't know. Depends on which one you're at. But, I mean, the crawfish is the same way. So I have to get presentation. I have to get heat. I have to get flavor. They got to see the juice running out of the shell, all the things, and I got 1 crawfish to do it.
So what are you adding to that you're not doing? I mean, obviously don't tell me your secret recipe or nothing, but like for us it's like injecting, it's injecting the ribs, it's doing a lot of maple syrup and stuff like that. What is something you're doing?
Crawfish, but
sure, I know what I'm saying. Well, what's like your version of injection on a crawfish to really kind of?
I think the same as how y'all do barbecue, to be honest with you, Matt. And we use 2 different blends. We find the ones that we like because one's got the salt that we want. Because we got to have it. One's got that heat, not too much cayenne. We want to get it there with jalapenos. We want to get it there with a certain vinegar or hot sauce we're going to add. And then I'm going to blend down and make my own zest boost. So I'm going to make a concentrate. So I'm going to take, instead of adding this and that, I'm going to do it the night before, and I'm going to make a concentrate of 1 liter of this oil-based citrus boost. And so you're adding that. Blending with a sweet.
That's
heat.
it right there.
I mean, that's we just start, man. We do like we all do. We get out there and we mad scientists. We start playing with this rub. In your mind kind of what you need to do, right? But then you're like, I don't know if this is really going to work well with that, or maybe the salt's going to come out too much, and I don't get the heat, and I don't get the sweet, all right? So I'm gonna tell you this, brother. It's a lot of weeks of cooking a lot of crawfish till you get it to where it's like that's our flavor profile. When we find it, Matt and I just stay in the lane. We had 3 boils that we liked, and we went over to Southern Boys Outdoors. Went over to Kenyon's place. We set up 3 pots. That's what we did.
And y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. And he invited some people over, and then there were people showing up to his store, and we just asked which one they liked.
That's a good idea.
And that's how we went with our version that we took to the competition.
We nailed it down to 3, and we had the people tell us.
Yeah.
And we stuck with it.
Yeah.
So at these crawfish comps, are the judges, are they certified? Do they go through any training?
I don't know how. Well, it's the SCCA is a sanctioned event, so I don't know how they pick their judges. I don't know the vetting process to that, but I think what they're trying to do is probably one of the best ways it's being done right now in that arena with crawfish.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they're doing a good job.
Logan, I'm intrigued with this.
What?
Oh, hey, y'all would have a good time for sure, man. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And there's some good cooks. I mean, these guys can, they can throw down, and it's just
they got some people that know how to throw down some crawfish, man.
Yeah. I mean, hell, you're in Louisiana and stuff. I mean, if you can't,
and you'll see.
Look,
they got a lot.
Don't let them.
They have some in
talk
Texas
to you about it too. The Texas, they come over here and want to go to war with us.
Yeah,
it is fun, man. It's all like that
man.
community deal, but.
Oh yeah,
it's a Texas versus Louisiana thing on some of these things,
I mean,
and it's not because Mississippi's not invited or they don't come from Arkansas or wherever. It's just you got 47 teams. It seems like 20 of them from Louisiana, 20 of them from Texas, and the rest are fillers. It's like.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know a whole lot about competition crawfish boils, but see, I live an hour from New Orleans, so I'm literally right by the Louisiana state line. And when I started to follow y'all on social media, that's when a lot of that Louisiana influence started to come across my For You page and things of that nature. So I started to examine competition crawfish boils, and hell, it's got to be cheaper than barbecue, right?
Oh well, they give you the crawfish.
Yeah,
already cheaper.
How many pounds of crawfish y'all get, or like they give y'all at these comps?
Well, you gotta turn in. You get your little box. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Your little aluminum bowl. You fill it up, and so you figure but they'll give you until they run out. Let's see. The last one we did for the judge, we turned in our box. Probably had 26, 30 crawfish in the box, and we bowled 15 bags the day.
Ooh, 30-pound sacks?
I think they required or they asked everybody to boil because it's part of the entry fee is to eat free crawfish. So I think they asked every team to boil a minimum of 6 bags.
Look at Logan's face.
Dude, screw this. Screw barbecue. I'm going down there.
Right? Yeah. Logan, these are your people, son.
I've always said, man, I may be Kentuckian on the outside, but man, I'm a Creole boy on the inside, man. I love me some Cajun food. I love y'all are my spirit animals down there. I love everything about you guys.
Hey, you want to eat some good Cajun food? We'll go about 2.5 hours west of us.
Yeah, man. Because we got Louisiana.
We got some partners out there.
We're not Matt and I grew up it's like my influence is Creole, like where we're from.
Yeah.
And so we're not in the Cajun parish, and we're not Cajun. And so now we got good buddies and we got family and we got people that are part of that. But it's we grew up with Creole influence, but they are not the same. So I wouldn't do that to the Cajuns, and they did say the same thing about Creole food. We respect each other's differences.
Toby, do me a favor, educate the people.
Yeah,
the difference between a Creole and a Cajun.
I did like Hatfields and McCoys. Like, hey, I like the McCoys better than the Hatfields. Like, hold on now, cracker.
Yeah, so I'll see. I'm gonna get.
We have a New Orleans. We have a new.
There's a handful of parishes in the state of Louisiana. For true Cajun parishes was like, they were the outcasts. They left French Acadia that came down, and you're talking the Atchafalaya Basin. You're talking a handful of 9, 12, 20 parishes. And so it's all, that's true Cajun culture. They still speak the language. They got it. And then the Creoles were, you're talking about Spanish, French. You got some Cajun mixed in there. You got Native American, a lot of that influence in, our kind of our history. And so you've got this mixing pot. That's where the Creole kind of tradition came from. So you were bringing traditions from Africa, Spain, France, Native American cultures. And that's kind of that mixing pot, that New Orleans Creole kind of surrounding area, right?
Just a gumbo.
Man. So, man. So it's, and look, you even, you can talk to what gumbo tastes like where me and Matt grew up. And then you can go 2 hours west from here. And our good buddies will yell at us if we don't cook it. It's like a certain way, the roux's a certain way. And so that's just fun, man. It's just different cultures You know, Mamaw did it this way, and your Meemaw did it that way, and this is what we know. And you know, still love eating each other's food, and still have all good buddies in the process. But it is different. And then you go up to North Louisiana. We love them too up there. You know, they part of the boot, but I mean, I think they separated that part of the state some years back.
They did.
On them. But yeah,
I lived in North Louisiana for about a year, and it's completely different from the South.
Oh, it's different.
Oh yeah,
I love like no matter what state you're in, Keaton. It don't matter if it's Tennessee. Like East Tennesseans will just spit on West Tennesseans, and like Middle Tennesseans, they're like these Middle Tennesseans are uppity assholes. And it don't matter what state you're in. I mean, it's all just like there's division lines, man. There's some gerrymandering going on when it comes to food and music and stuff like that. Man, we're drawing our lines. And it's like Illinois, it's like a little circle around Chicago, and then there's the rest of the state. I mean,
what I know about the southern states, though, man, is because I got the Tennessee, been in all of them, and you know, we've met so many good people. Is that especially in Louisiana? I'll say this about Louisiana, and this is a fact: is it doesn't matter what division or line. When something goes down, they're gonna cross it. They're gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
But everybody here is gonna be cousins, and when somebody's cooking, they invite it. And if there's people in need down here, I don't care where you're from. I don't care where your mama was from or any of that. It doesn't matter to us. And so we will load up and drive to the other end of this state to help people in need. And that's been proven over our history, right? But y'all know about it down here too, man. You know, I mean, Mississippi, Alabama, I mean, even the panhandle of Florida. You know, these people come together, man. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool lifestyle.
I don't know if I wouldn't throw Florida in the mixture of South.
Yeah, okay.
It's crazy. They're the southern state, but they're not included. They're not invited to the cookout. They got gators and pythons, but I ain't got nothing on Louisiana.
I agree with you.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Keep the pythons away, please.
I do like their pie though. That key lime pie is not too bad. But no, man. So that's cool. So you guys growing up was food and cooking a huge part of your community, a huge part of your upbringing and stuff like that, or is it you like me? I was a terrible cook until later on in life, until where I got decent. What part did you start saying I need to start learning some food?
I think it was because of our upbringing. We were part of the process. You know, it's like, I mean, if my dad if we were bowling, like, I don't know that I had an option not to help. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
are you holding the flashlight?
I don't know that he ever gave me an option not to chop firewood, you know? But, I mean, it's like, we're cooking, and it was like, yes, sir. I mean, there was the conversation was pretty much over at that point. But then, like, even like my grandma, and always in the kitchen, she'd pull the stools up to the counter for the kids, and you'd watch, and she'd let you, you know, shake the bag, or she'd let you help make biscuits, or, I don't, you know, it's just, I think it was kind of how we all came together. And like for me personally, my family was, when we sat down and had a meal, it was time to focus on our family. Mm-hmm. I mean, we weren't talking about cell phones being an issue or any of this stuff. There was no Game Boys at the table. It was like, it was intent with focus on how your day went. Let's talk about your problems, why you got in the fight. You know, here's your punishment. Let's talk about the chores you need to do. I mean, it was kind of like all this type process and stuff that went on. And I mean, I don't know. It was that connectedness to what brought you. There was so much of life beats you down on, and that was that kind of one little thing that would keep the family kind of glued together, you know. So it's that was our take on food coming up, and I don't know that it was any more complicated than that.
I got you, man. Going back to your kind of like cooking roots and stuff like that. I mean, obviously with Cajun cooking, Creole cooking, I'm calling both. They're separate now. I know. I learn something on my own shows every day. I love it. I just love them all. I'm just like Mr. Rogers. You're all in my neighborhood.
You've been pissing people off for years, Logan.
Oh, dude, that's my love. That's my love language, is pissing people smart assiness. No. See, why, Keaton? You had to ruin my train of thought.
That's my fault.
I got three brain cells, and I'm barely pushing two. What was I saying?
I'm hanging on for dear life.
I got it. I'm back on train. Here we go. Choo choo. No, man. So you're going. Like what style of cooking you guys do? I see you guys do a lot of kind of rustic cooking and stuff like that. Or what's your
Logan?
favorite?
You didn't do your homework, did you?
Yeah.
No, I'm messing with you. No, I don't know what our style is, to be perfectly honest with you. We're really like
everything. I see y'all do everything. So it's What's your favorite style? Like, what's
I'm gonna tell you, if y'all, I kind of go like, we try to get so out of the box and with a cool farm to me and Matt and I always say, when we're talking about what we want to do, it's like, what's the farm to fire twist, right? Like, what's going to be that thing? But we've done everything from ridiculous looking po' boys to, it's always, we focus on protein because we like getting it around the fire, right? So it's like the base of what we're doing is going to be seafood. We do a lot of shrimp. We're going to do boils and stuff, but we do a lot of meat, man. We do, whether it's, Brahman hump to brisket to ribs to chickens to, we do it all. Meat rabbits. It's kind of got, that's going to be the center part of our focus, and because that's how we like to cook. But I don't know that we have one style, one thing. We'll get creative and crazy.
I love how you guys do like the live fire cooking and stuff like that. That's a huge thing, and it's something I'm really starting to transition to. I just ordered my first Santa Maria style.
Awesome.
I'm been such a huge fan. I think we're all closeted, or I'm out of the closet now, but pyromaniacs.
100%.
Yeah. There's a fire and there's a beer. There's a seat with my butt on it. And that's what what is kind of drawing you guys to kind of that rustic style cooking?
I think I go back to saying this. When we first started this thing, it was the only way we cooked. We didn't have offset. We've got smokers and we've got Webers. We grew, I don't know how many Webers we've gone through in our life. You know what I'm saying? We filled up a landmine with those things, it seems like. But we grew up kettle cooking and we grew up, with the grills. We're no different than anybody else. But when we started out and we would cook, man, we would literally take the old 360 grill and spin it on top of the brio, on top of oak burning. That's so whether we were cooking backstrap or we were cooking rabbit, it didn't matter what we were cooking. Man, it's like, man, let's cut some steaks, or let's take a butt and cook some pork steaks, or whatever we were doing. It was literally just the grill on a pipe spin around on top of the brio with some oak burning because we were sitting by the fire to begin with, and now we're hungry. That's the truth. And
part of our content is kind of switched over time too, because Toby, we were talking about doing like it was for football season when it cranked up, and we were talking about doing bites.
Yeah, we'd go to tailgate.
So, and what we've done is we've kind of had, the way we film and everything else, it was like, man, it's easier to film a bite, almost like an appetizer. So we kind of take things that would be like the shrimp and grits. That would be a meal, but we made it into like an appetizer, like a bite. Dude. And it makes it more fun and unique for us, and it helps us kind of collab it out instead of this long drawn out cook of a whole pot of something. We get to add a bunch of different elements to it. And so when we're doing ribs or something like that, it's really just super laid back, and that's probably my preference. I can throw a couple of burgers on the grill, man, throw a couple of dogs on there, ribs, something, some chicken, and I'm good. I really don't care about the sides, but,
Yeah. I hear you. No,
I do like the sides, so I want to come up with a black bean
Toby
salad.
Does like,
I want the Mexican corn salad.
I
want roasted garlic, and I want to do this stuff. So when y'all see that kind of stuff pop in there, it's like, we got to have this, man.
So I love what y'all do content wise. It is engaging. It gets you right then and there from the get go. And I like the fact that y'all work well together, not just on camera, but in real life, because that's tough. People don't realize how hard that really is, especially if you're in the moment and you're trying to get something on film. It can be hard to read each other's minds sometimes, and y'all do a really good job. I can only imagine how many takes y'all make throwing things from across one part of the cook shack to the other and try and land it in a bowl.
Me more than anybody.
How many blocks of cream cheese did you lose on the ground?
Well, hey, this last crawfish shrimp and grits.
Yeah,
we filmed it a week before, and scrapped it all.
Yeah, we did. So with
So-
the video you saw roll out on the shrimp and grits, that was the second take. The first one we'd already been a week into it and literally trashed it. Matt came back. He didn't like how it laid out, and I was like, man, we're not going to put lipstick on a pig. So let's just, you know what? No more thought into it. Scrap it. We'll come back to the drawing board. And that's usually it kind of works out for us. But
that shrimp and grit cake looked so good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I've tried to make that before, and I've ruined it so many times. Like my pig didn't even get lipstick; it was just a straight pig. It was so bad. Kermit the Frog wouldn't even touch it. But so like doing your cooking style you guys do you think it's more challenging when it comes to content creation? I mean, obviously I think you get more of a draw because of the live fire aspect to it, and it's kind of sexy and it's on the rise, especially with TV and stuff like that. But as far as like filming content, and I feel like your margin for error is a lot thinner than it is on like if you're cooking over a stove.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it has to look good. If you breaded something and you're frying it and the breading falls off, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So
and the authenticity is where it's at for me. It's like you do all this content and we're doing this. We turn a product out. People want to be able to replicate that, and they want to be able to either try it. If they want to do it, they want to try it. And if it doesn't work for 9 out of 10 people and they watch the beautiful video with Matt and Toby cooking it, that we lose our integrity and validity. We're just not going to do it. If we've had plenty of fails, and we'll tell people like this. I picked a hamburger up, a beautiful cheese melt, and flipped it right on the cheese, right on top of the grate. I want it to be shown because that's real life. You're going to mess it up, right? So, but people want to be able to do this, and I think just tell the truth and be authentic. And if we put out a good looking food, yes, the edits and the shots, it's a lot of hard work. It's just Matt and season working, like seeing the shots and the angles and the colors, all that's part of it. But at the end of the day, the food, people have to be able to replicate it. It has to be the truth. What we're cooking is the truth. And so you got to be able to do that, And so I think that's kind of with me, that's the most important thing. I'm not going to turn out something with video magic and then nobody can it's not real, right? It's not.
Or if somebody was to duplicate a recipe and they didn't like it, look, if we have a sauce or something we put out there, we've made it in the kitchen beforehand and measured it out. But because a lot of times the sauce making we do, we're tasting as we go.
Mm-hmm.
We're not measuring. Yeah. We're not really measuring, and we're kind of guesstimating, and then we'll have to duplicate it again to get a recipe for it, to give it to people.
So are y'all going to put together a cookbook at any point in time?
I think enough people have just
we've been
begging for it. It's almost like we have to do it, and I think it would be really good to do. It's finding the time right now. A lot of those cooks we'd probably end up going back through the ones that we selected for it and redo them.
Yeah.
Because you're going to need some higher end photography and, stuff like that.
I can only imagine that process and what you have to do to go through it. Have y'all looked into it?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, but the recipes are saved.
Yeah, good.
The majority of them, like, on the crawfish, on the shrimp and grits, that we didn't save that. That's, to me, that's
pretty simple.
That's an everyday meal.
You
can use whatever cream sauce you want.
Yeah.
Fry the grit, make the grits however you want. But what we did do was we put SPG, some butter, and some cream cheese, let that cool off, and cut that. And we thought it was phenomenal. You could have just eaten the grit cakes.
It looked phenomenal, man. Yeah. I love a solid grit. I know for you guys, you think it's like super easy and stuff like that. Like I've tried to do the fried grits and stuff like that, man. I feel like it's the consistency for me that's the hardest.
They're so damn good.
Yeah, the hardest hurdle for me to jump over is like getting that proper consistency on a good grits for shrimp and grits. What is one thing that people have seen you do on your channels and stuff like that in your content that looks very simple, but it took you guys the longest to kind of master or really kind of, shoot?
Oh, wow. What would be our longest?
It's kind of like that Dude Perfect. They do all these tricks on TV.
Oh, dude.
They did a half-court shot. Yeah. They
Oh,
show
yeah.
One shot, but really, it took them 450.
Well, I won't say the hardest because
Okay.
we've had some pinwheel recipes and we've had some stuff, where Matt and I really wanted to get out there kind of crazy with this, and it tasted pretty good. It just looked horrible. The chickens ate great that day. But I'll tell you, I will say this: the one that just pops in my mind is that Matt and I, we've never done a Brahmin hump. I don't know if y'all saw that.
I know.
Yeah.
We had this thing, and we never cooked one. You read about it and you talk. They talk about the type of meat and marbling and what's in it and all the cartilaginous stuff going through it and blah blah blah. But we decided we were going to do this thing open fire and we were going to cook this on a Santa Maria.
Yeah.
And, it was. We raked a lot of wood for a lot of hours, and daylight became dark, and it turned into the next day. So when you watch this video, Matt,
I was resting,
making these little bites. We make these burn ends out of this big old thing. We're like, man, that was the best 12 bites, and only took us 27 hours.
The Brahma hump was filmed on a two-day period because, like Toby's saying, we completely ran out of sunlight. It was dark.
Dude, how many ricks of wood did that take?
Dude, I mean, we went.
Dude, we kept that.
Thank you, dear Flame. I don't know how many bags we went through.
That's right.
Whew, man, we appreciate Cowboy, but we went through some wood, man. It's like we didn't mean to, by the way, just for if they're watching right now. But it was you live and learn, and so we went through a lot of wood. I don't even know. I lost count. I was over there just raking coals and keeping heat. Matt's over there thinking like, all right, how can I speed this up and what can we do? And then we're planning like we're running out of daylight. We're like, well, let's go ahead and get everything ready for tomorrow. So we're not, anyway, man. And
we kind of treated it like a brisket.
Yeah.
Where we brought it, to a. I don't even think it's stalled yet, to be honest with you. But we were
and the sun was going down.
We brought it to a place where we're like, it's time to go into the pan.
I call it the give up place. That's where I call it. Logan.
And we dumped a bunch of tallow on it. We put it in a pan, and we let that sucker ride on that Santa Maria, man. And we had a probe in it, and we yanked it and let it rest for 12 hours.
When in doubt, wrap that.
Yeah, I literally, Matt's over there probing this thing. I'm like, "Where's it at?" He said, "At this point, I just don't care."
No, we're wrapping it.
He's like, I'm not even hungry. I don't even want to touch this thing. This thing is like appetizing it all.
We're like, we'll have it on there for 5 hours or so. And I don't even know how many it was.
Dude, well, I appreciate your honesty because a lot of people, honestly, when it comes to movie magic and what you guys do, they would, clip it in. Well, they do so much, and then they say, screw this. They'd wrap it in a pan, put foil over it, and throw it in the oven. Because
no, we're not smart enough for that yet.
Yeah,
no, I'm just saying. Then a lot of people would be like, "All right," and the next day they'd fast forward it to the next day, like, "All right, here it's almost done." And they put it back on the Santa Maria.
Okay, so movie magic stuff. We'll talk about that for just a split second.
Absolutely.
The only thing we do is sometimes we'll have a sauce pre-mixed in a squirt bottle.
Oh yeah.
We'll show you making it in a bowl on the video, and a lot of times it's fun to kind of a little dab of this, a little dab of that. What you see sometimes on the sauce is we're going kind of quick. Some people do, but our content, it's a little bit different. So we'll go a little bit faster. And on the grits, we made them the night before.
Easy.
But we made them again. We made them again for the video.
You got to do that.
You got to do that, though. It's like people do these.
Yeah,
these
so it's
whole
like
they can't do that.
If you're going to be efficient in what you're doing, because y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and guess y'all do social media for a living at this point, correct?
Yeah, we're in. We have another business we own together, but we're full time.
So you have to be efficient with your time. If you're not using your time efficiently, then you were missing
Losing
out
money.
on money or opportunity.
100%. We have an idea going into a cook on what shots we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
We may veer from that, and we may ad lib from there, and we may not even go down some of those roads. But
Yeah.
we have a generalized idea of how we're going to carry this thing out. In the very beginning, we were recording so much content on a cook.
Yeah.
We would have 4 hours.
And then you got to go through it.
And
Well,
nobody-
and
nobody wants to
yeah,
watch
where
4
the
hours,
heck
you know?
is that? I remember this one thing. Where is it?
Yeah.
You know, and then my wife does the bulk of my wife puts together all the videos. Like we have it all planned out. She's shooting it. You know, we know the angles we want to shoot, and we'll kind of check them and make sure some of them, you know, went okay. But then at the end of the day, she puts the story together, and then I'll fine tune it sometimes, and I'll bring it. I'll add in some edits, make it a little faster. Certain things where I like, you know what, we don't really need this. We don't need it. It's not, you know. And then we got to find out, you know, when we're dealing with certain types of cooks, we have to give people context. Like we have to show them where this is coming from or where it's going. And sometimes we miss out on, I mean, we miss some of that. So we have to kind of tell a little bit different story.
Season better get a raise, buddy.
She's good at what she does. She really is.
Yeah,
She's really is. And we're doing all this on well, we were CapCut. We've switched to edits.
I like edits. Edits is awesome.
I like it.
I've started using edits a lot more. I was TikTok. I don't like the quality that I don't think it transfers to 4K from TikTok, to be honest with you.
Well,
so I don't know.
Edits is a really good program. We've used CapCut. We've used many different apps, and we really like. I like it because we use a lot of music too.
Yeah,
Sure.
So if you look at a lot of our videos, instead of just throwing music behind it, there's some timing there.
Yeah.
You know, we're wanting to hit on certain things. You know, we're not trying to make it a like a pyro musical where everything's got to hit on a beat, but we want it to go with the video. It's part of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all a part of the experience, you know.
Yeah.
It really helps that video hit home if you can time it up to some sort of whatever the hell they call it, whenever the high point, you know. That's to feel that means you're doing the right thing. And I your wife does a lot of the editing. You go in and you make those adjustments as you see fit. When I'm editing my videos, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for certain swaps and scenes and things of that nature because like I said, I'll put my content together and then I'll find a song that I feel fits that video. And then I kind of edit the video to that, which might be wrong, but that's what I've been doing.
I do a lot of that. I do a lot of that, but I also have a feel. So when I'm thinking about like a cook ahead of time, Toby and I have kind of come together. We've talked about it. We kind of have our idea of what we're going to do. We have our grocery list put together. You know, this is what we're doing. I'll start listening to music, looking for that. You know, like the one we use Tony Ramirez's blend, the honey rub. The Cajun honey rub.
Yeah.
You know, he uses a lot of Michael Jackson. And I was sitting back the other night and I'm like, man, Alien Ant Farm had this Michael Jackson song, you know, and I can't even believe I remembered Alien Ant Farm. I haven't listened to him in forever.
Smooth Criminal.
That's a great song.
It was
yeah.
So Amber had a good question. I do want to know this. I did not mean to stop you, but do you find music slows down your views?
Yeah.
Okay.
On TikTok, I don't think they like us using music. On TikTok, yeah, they're gonna take a big chunk of the money. Yeah. But it was never about making the money.
No.
It was about us being who we are, being, you know, using it's a creative outlet for me.
Sure.
and but it was about being who we were, and it was about Toby and I coming together and building this cook, and then we put it together and had a vibe.
Yeah.
And that was the fun part of it. There's many other elements to Farm to Fire besides those cooking videos.
Yeah.
And we'll post that, to Facebook, but on TikTok and on Instagram, well, we kind of had Instagram as like the stepchild for the longest time. Really couldn't figure out. I'll tell you a story. My kids are watching right now, so I'm going to tell the story. It was probably a year and a half ago or so. We were building slowly on Instagram. We were doing a lot better on Facebook. Instagram was kind of lagging, and we were doing somewhat decent on TikTok. And I asked my son, I said, how is it that you watch our videos, but I never see you like them or comment on them? And he's like, well, and I was like, he's 28 years old. And I said, be honest with me. What does it take to get your generation to hit the like button on a video they like? Because he's telling me he loved the video, but he didn't like it and he didn't comment on it. And he's saying it's got to be good, man. It's got to be really good. And I'm like, well, if y'all are watching my content and you don't hit the like button and you don't comment and I find out about it, I'm going to block you and you'll never get to see it again. But I was frustrated with Instagram. I was frustrated with it because I was like, how do we even connect? Yeah. I thought we were putting out content. They say they love it, but they're not wanting to hit the like button.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to hit it for their parents, or whatever. And I was frustrated with that. And we kind of used it as like a test site, to be honest with you. I just dump stuff there every once in a while. And then it was like, you know what? That we actually get really good views with a small following. I think we have 6,500 followers on Instagram. So we have this small following on Instagram. We get some really good views, some really good engagement. And TikToks, we get great views. No, TikTok, we get great views, great interactions.
Yeah, I feel like people are a lot more generous with their likes and follows on TikTok than they are any other platforms. Maybe I'm wrong. You guys are the social media gurus, but I feel like
for
it's a lot
us,
easier for some reason.
And the things that we do really well on Facebook are the things that are just accidental.
Yeah, that's the oops.
Now we've had some of our cooking videos get close to 1 million views, but our biggest videos weren't one of our cooking videos. They would be like slamming an ice chest,
or you sniffing charcoal.
Well, we would have thought maybe if we had put that in the beginning, it might have done but it still did pretty good.
I stayed to the end, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
We had a good time. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what it's about.
That was a fun video, man. We had a blast.
What is? I have a two-parter. What is one of your favorite items that you guys cooked on your content, and what is one item that you guys cooked and besides that one recipe you're talking about that you'll never cook again?
Ooh.
We've had a couple where we said, man, it was okay. We weren't going to do it again. I'm trying to think. We just had one not too long ago. What were we doing? The favorite's tough, man. I mean, I could go back. For me, it's like there's so many things. I mean, we all like great food. We eat so much when we cook, good food, and we've had people's. But I mean, we've had me and Matt have come up with some of the most layered, delicious po' boys, from fried green tomatoes stacked with fried crawfish and fried shrimp layered with this, and you've got this mamu of a po' boy where it's, so I don't know. I think some of the most delicious foods are these layered, creative kind of, is this going to work? And it turns out to be these delicious masterpieces of a dang ridiculous.
Well, like the Cajun Twinkie, the Cajun Twinkie was delicious.
Cajun Twinkie was something we came up with. Yeah, that was fun too. Just kind of see what it takes on
shrimp and grits. I mean, that was our newest one, but we've done the red bean balls.
Those look good.
They're really good.
What's one you're never doing again?
Actually, I'm going to say this. One of my favorites was the it's an old video, but it was the pork with the strawberry risotto that we did.
Ooh.
A
Did y'all see
bone-in
that?
pork chop.
Yeah, so that was that. We did a French cut pork chop. Ours was outside. We made a homemade risotto on a rocket stove on open fire, mixed in with fresh strawberries, and then topped it with macerated strawberries cut on top of it.
Hold
So
up,
we
this
did
is
all that on
dessert?
open fire in a rocket stove. And it was probably one of the most
It was
phenomenal.
so
cookies.
good.
Is it more like desserty vibes, or is it more
No.
like
That
savory?
was
Fresh, fruity. You know, the balsamic, you know, in the macerated strawberries.
I'm
you know,
telling
had
my
that.
wife that's a salad.
Yeah.
That's
It
a
was
southern
good,
thing. It's
dude.
a salad.
Y'all.
That's a salad, guys.
It wasn't like massively coated with the macerated strawberries. It was delicious.
Season said she licked the plate, huh?
yeah. She like.
Oh
she-
yeah, no, we've destroyed some stuff. A lot of people are like, y'all eat all that? And they're like, man, we ate like 2 or 3 bites. It's 95 degrees outside. We're gonna eat a couple of bites. We're going inside, you know. So
And y'all shot that video, right?
Yeah.
which one?
The risotto.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's on
All
there.
right, what
It's
I need
easiest
you
to go
do-
look through TikTok.
I know. I need you to repost it. Just bring it
Okay.
back. Bring it
Put
back.
that in
Now,
your,
look, I know
all
y'all are
right.
big on reusing content. Bring that one back because
All
I
right.
want to share that to the world, man. Everybody.
Yeah,
needs
that's a
to-
good one.
I don't know, man. Logan, it's so hard for me to say what I won't cook again, but what I'll tell you I won't do probably again is this is like one of these pitfalls, which you guys like the whole community where y'all teach, you bring people in like us and teach us. But what I won't do is I won't cook a 70-pound whole hog on a spit in the middle of winter with cinder blocks and open fire on the ground.
You
I
won't
won't
do
do
it.
that.
How many beers did that take?
I think it's still spinning, and that was a year ago. I think it's still out there spinning in the woods
Listen,
somewhere.
It was Toby's birthday 2 years ago. We decided we're going to do a 70-pound hog on a spit, not spatchcocked.
Brother, we hand stitched it
The
up.
temp-
Yeah.
As the sun went down, it just slowly started diving into the 40s.
Yeah,
We
it
had
started- the day it
4 or
turned out
5
good. It was
guests.
looking pretty.
We had 4 or 5 guests left when it was done.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I think we pulled it at like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
10:30 at night. And this was supposed to be like a 4 in the afternoon kind of. Hey, come over for Toby's party where you got a pig.
Was that
We're
your
like,
first hog?
The birthday
No.
cake was good. That's what they were
No.
doing.
It was
The
the
birthday
temperature.
The temperature fell on us. We literally built a ground pit and then put the spit on top of it. Cinder blocked it up. Had our airflow. We're building live fire on the ground, and we're just spit. We wanted some theater and wanted people to be able to have fun because we were starting. It was an all day cook. We knew that, but then the temp started dropping on us, and you're out there. Y'all know, man. Like when it's 60 degrees and you're cooking a pig, and all of a sudden it's 37, things change quick.
Oh yeah, dude. That fire gets a lot hotter.
Yeah, so,
It has.
It got a lot hotter.
yeah.
So with this live fire aspect of barbecue that especially competition barbecue that they are now bringing into I guess fruition. I mean, we saw it at Memphis in May, the live fire aspect.
It was awesome.
Is
the best.
that something? Because a little birdie told me y'all might be trying to get into competition barbecue, maybe.
All right, so look,
Possibly.
we're gonna tinker with it a little bit, I think.
I think
So-
you should.
So, Kyle Blanchard just won first at Memphis in May this past. Kyle has been that bug. He went to Toby. And he's just like, come on, guys, come on, guys, come on, guys, come on. And we were interested. It's not like we're not, but now we just feel like we got to do it, man. We're just
You gotta
excited about
do
doing
it.
it. We're going
love
to get
it.
in there
It's
and
fun. And we've gotten so encouraged. I mean, Hunter, y'all, Kyle. I mean, you got the whole team out. Hey, even James and these guys,
James.
and they're like, why not? Get in there,
Amber,
And,
y'all need to be doing competitions. See,
Yeah.
she's on board.
oh yeah, no, she's coming to hang out. She's
Yeah.
coming to not hang out. She's coming to be on our team.
Are y'all
That's
cooking
right.
the shed?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
doing it.
Don't play with me.
We're doing
Yeah.
it, brother. We're gonna be
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
You're signed up, man. Paid for, ready to
we're
go.
there, boys. We're
I
there.
know it's going to be fun. So
That's awesome.
that's going to be kind of our first. So we're going to stick our toe in it. And we've done other events. We've done like pit versus pots, and we've done some pretty nice size with big teams, and had a good time. But as far as a sanctioned kind of type barbecue competition, we're gonna start dabbling in it. One, we want to. We want to be part of that community.
It's about us being part of the community, man.
It really is, and it's not and the seasonings that we're working on, we want to validate it in that lane. We feel like we can, and we're going to continue to R&D new seasonings. Like I said, we're going to develop seasonings that's the way we cook, and we put a lot of time in them. And so it usually takes me a good year of R&D before. I mean, we worked on SPG for 9+ months, and so it's not something that comes quick, and we don't rush it. And so getting in this lane, the open fire and the barbecue competitions, man, it gives us. I love the process, and I love not being. I think like autonomy, purpose, and mastery. That's success to me. If you can do those 3 things, I can't master anything. Like I think it's like a journey, right? Like so, for somebody to say I've mastered this process is just cool. And I'm so far from mastering anything. Like I think, hey man, I'm pretty good at this, and then I will screw it up, and it'll be as burnt as toast, and something will happen. And so it's kind of that. I get like wrapped up in. I want to get better at it, and like I want to get better at it, and how do I do this and make it better? And so
Logan,
it's just fun.
You know what I'm hearing right now, Logan?
What's that?
I'm hearing that Farm to Fire is about to become one of the top competition barbecue teams in the nation. That's what it sounds like to me.
What I heard was that
huge bar.
Yeah, that is a huge bar, brother. We ain't sitting down. We just go and have fun.
We would love to enjoy some of that competition cooking. We'll be stressed out. You see half my beard pulled out, or something.
I heard
will say this,
Heath Browse and Brad Leininger hold my jock strap, something like that. I don't know.
That's Matt and I work well together, and so it's pretty easy. Like we get kind of like we doing wings, or we doing ribs, or we doing this, and you got you got St. Louis, you got baby back, and we kind of both know what equipment we're going to do, and so it's like we know who's going to be plating when it's time to let's sauce them, and you touch we don't have to do a lot of you do and pointing in this, so that helps a lot. We've been doing so it works well together. But but at the end of the day, man, if Matt and I said it, if we don't enjoy it, if we can't enjoy being with the people that are doing it, and we're not having a good time, man, there are a whole lot of other ways to make money and have a good time. I mean, don't put your energy in something you're not passionate about. Dude, go find it. But this is something we've been passionate about. I think it shows in our seasonings. It shows when people meet us. I mean, how you see us on a video, it's just how we are. I mean, y'all have met us, and so, I mean, we're just who we are is who we are. It's no games, So, but we're going to have a good time on the competition side, man.
Man, welcome to the dark side, buddy. Welcome to the dark
Matt
side.
said, what's your expectations? I said, listen, man, somebody's got to come in last. Somebody's got to. There's nowhere but up for me. That's where I'm at.
Take over my spot. That's my spot. I call it.
I mean, my expectations are I got nowhere to go but up, So
somebody's got to come in last.
We got to put that on a shirt. We need to put that on a shirt.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to come in last. Why not?
You mentioned that earlier. We were talking to Matt about it. And we were saying, like, what's the hardest thing y'all did? What wouldn't you do? And I was like, we literally say this every day. We get done. It's kind of a running joke with me and Season and each other, because Matt will walk out in the cook shack. We'll get ready, and we got kind of this plan. He's like, "Yeah, this one ought to be pretty easy today, y'all." And we can see
last famous words.
We just laugh at each other, but it's like we just run it off. But our motto is literally, if Matt and I do something, it's going to be the hardest way imaginable. I wish we could figure out how. But it's the hardest way imaginable. So
you're doing the hardest way of cooking. So I mean, it's just you're setting yourself up high, man. It's the lowest margin of error of any way you could possibly cook. But guys,
we're gonna hanging out with some good people, man.
That's right, guys. I appreciate y'all coming on the show tonight, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for having
y'all for a while. This is the time of show where I like to do a little rapid fire questions. Hitting you with some quickies, and we'll wrap up the show that way and let you guys kind of let people know where to find you and whatnot. But you guys ready to roll?
Let's roll.
All right, man. Start off with you, Toby, then work our way to Matt. My favorite question I asked with the guests: if you could have a meat Rushmore of people who have influenced you in your cooking or your style, who would that be? Give me your top 4 on your meat Rushmore.
Wow, man. I mean, I got some recents and I got some been arounds. I mean, I'm gonna put them up there, and this is, I'm gonna put Lambert up there. He's awesome. I'm gonna put James Cruz. He's awesome. I'm gonna put Al Style, man, because I'm falling in love with that stuff. Al's one of them for me.
Al Pagani.
And brother, I like some modern, cool, cutting edge. I mean, it's like, watching all of y'all and learning from all these guys. But I got to say, because of the support and how supportive he's been, I'm going to say Kyle Blanchard. Just because I'm not saying, I mean, Kyle will tell you if wins and fails, but he has supported us and pushed us to. We're having some of these conversations because he's been one from the very beginning saying, y'all keep doing, keep going. So thank you for that.
Love Kyle. Man.
Yeah. That's a good
Hell
one.
of a dude, right?
He has to be on there. And I'm going to add to the list. For me, it was early on. For me, it was Malcolm Reed.
Yeah,
years and years ago.
Great white buffalo.
So when I got my first smoker, I was in my 20s, and I think it was like one type of smoker you could buy everywhere. Like an old Oklahoma Joe. And I put more smoke on meat. I did not know what to do. Like you take your first bite and it was good, and then as it started to cool down, it was like,
ashtray.
Dang,
that's right.
that is smoky, man. That is smoky. So
I'm cooking chicken. Let's do hickory. Just keep chucking hickory on it.
As you said, the refrigerator, you just threw the refrigerator away the next day.
It smelled like a billiards hall. Like,
yes,
there's some mice in there, like smoking Marlboro Lights, drinking Bush.
That's right.
In the freaking refrigerator.
That's right.
I thought white smoke needed to be bumping out of that thing at all times.
Oh my God!
Ain't nothing dirty about my smoke. That's all I'm saying. No, that's good. That's good. That's good. All right, man. What is one of the most unusual things you ever cooked over a fire?
Oh Lord.
Baby
Man,
hitters,
I don't know.
baby.
I mean, it's not really unusual, but we like to cook the hearts.
Yeah,
on
we do.
open
That,
fire.
I mean, I will say I like heart, but that is unusual.
Okay,
That's unusual.
so we'll throw out hearts because we'll take the sheep heart. Yep, 100%.
Yeah, we butter baste them and we cook them right on the fire, so they turn out real
Take
good.
that brio with the sear ring. Got an old school brio with the sear ring, and sear that heart right there.
So
Right.
I don't want to slow you down real quick. So do you take it to the boiling point? What how far are you taking it?
No, you take it like medium rare. We medium.
That'd be
About
terrible.
medium.
Overcooked heart?
Not medium rare. About medium. It's
medium.
pink.
Yeah, I was gonna say medium.
Yeah, I mean, you just
We're not cutting. We're slicing it.
Yeah.
Keith.
I got you.
Yeah, it's not just the whole heart rolled around on the sear ring.
Dude,
We're slicing it up.
Hannibal leg over here, like the silence of the lamb heart.
We need another one.
No, nice Chianti.
We'll have to do like a dirty rice stuffed heart or something.
Yes. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take you off.
All 4 chambers just popping out of boudin.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, man. If you could, here's one I thought about. If you could cook for one person throughout history, like if you're like, hey, I'm gonna throw down for this, what is the one person you'd like to cook for?
Wow. These are good questions, man.
These are
It's the only
awesome.
ones I got.
Man.
Man,
I don't know. I would say some of the ones that, some of the names like the Malcolm Reeds and things like that, knowing that somebody like that somebody you watched and you learned from and if they were to take a bite of something we made and say, man, that was fantastic or something like that, that would be something. But as far as I don't know. I can't think of anything other than that. Maybe somebody I look up to in the cooking community.
I got you. How about you, Toby?
Man, I don't ever even think, I don't know. I mean, it's a really cool historical type question. Like if you could cook for anybody in history, who would it be? I don't know that I've ever, I don't know that I've ever gone there. I think for me, when we do it, every time we try to get a little bit better and we do these cooks, I really, this is the truth of it, man. When people eat our food and they're like, or they watch, and then when we actually get to go do an event and we get to walk, or people were passing out to the public. First year or two we did this was for, People's Choice. And so we've traveled the states just doing People's Choice competitions, and people are like, we love it. We love it. We love it. So I don't, for me, the reaction of people, that validation of what we did is good enough for them to really come back and then want to follow us to another event just to eat that food again. That's good enough for me right now, but I will give it some thought, and I'll come back to you on that, because there's got to be somebody in history just be cool to sit across the table from. I just can't come up with somebody right now.
Dude, I want to do like I always thought, for me personally, anytime I ask you guys these questions, I'm thinking in my head, like, what would I answer this like? And I always say, you're watching Anthony Bourdain. Did you ever watch?
Yeah.
Did you ever see that episode where you ever see the episode where he ate at Waffle House?
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Yeah. Anthony Bourdain went to Waffle House. Somebody took him to Waffle House. I feel like if I had to like prepare a meal for someone like that, that's what I would prepare. They'd be like, "Damn, this is really good, drizzled in syrup and full of bacon and back." And what's the secret spice here? That's cigarette ashes. Oh,
yeah.
That's the smokiness comes from that bacon, cigarette ashes.
I would have to say Gordon Ramsay for myself, because I'm a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, I was going to say, you want to be screamed at.
You got to put 2 pieces of bread on each side. What are you? I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Gordon wouldn't be for me, because he'd start his rant and I'd start laughing and I'd just piss him off even more, and it just keep going round and round. So.
I'd end up whooping his ass, man. Right. It is what it is.
All right, guys. Next question. You guys have to follow the social trends a lot when it comes to cooking and whatnot. What is one social trend you see that has to do with, like, one food trend you have seen on social media you think it's stupid and overrated?
I don't know if I what, you said one?
I said,
Oh man, something that's stupid and overrated. I guess I need to watch more food content. I can't think of something, man.
I got to be honest. I don't want to. This is, but for me, I don't go down like the thing. Look, here's how. If it seems stupid to me, I don't give it any time, so I wouldn't know how stupid it is. And so I know that sounds ridiculous, but like and I mean that in an interest. I'm not going to watch something that just doesn't interest me. There's stuff that we do that doesn't interest people, and there's people that cook a certain way that they're like, oh, I like that, whatever they're doing, and so. I'm not going to spend a lot of time if somebody's got a channel that's just devoted to crock pot meals. And I love the crock pot. I got them. We cook in them. But it's not an interest to me. So I wouldn't call it stupid. I'm just not going to spend any time on it. So that's my thing. So we focus on content that's like, if I'm watching content, it's like what we've talked about. It's the lanes that we're in, the barbecue, the open fire, it's the Tonys and the Owls and all the guys out there that are doing some really cool content. But that's where I sit on. That's where I focus on that.
All right, how about this? I'll give you 2 and you pick which one or the other.
Go ahead.
Thor's hammer or 3, 2, 1 ribs?
Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
Instant.
Thor's hammer is you're stupid, Matt?
Yeah.
No, I said instantly. Thor's hammer.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's fair. That's what I thought. That's the one that popped in my head the most was Thor's hammer. I was like, it's a little meh. Anyways, all right, guys. Last 2 questions. Well,
do you do 3, 2, 1 ribs?
No.
Oh,
I was gonna say 3, 2, 1. I don't even. But go ahead. Yeah.
Dude, 3, 2, 1 ribs. If anybody watching this that you guys are learning how to cook and you do 3, 2, 1 ribs and you serve that to me, just throw it in the trash. I'm not gonna.
We don't do the 3, 2, 1.
No, I'm just saying, if anybody tries to impress me with ribs or brings me food and you do 3, 2, 1 recipe, just trash it. I'm good. I'm eating salad that day. I'm on a diet. But right.
You're eating salad that day.
I'm eating salad that day. I'm on a diet.
It's not that bad.
like a McRib sandwich. All right, guys.
I think everybody. Did you start with 3, 2, 1? No. Did you start with 3, 2? Yeah.
Of course. And I burnt so many pieces of meat. Like, you ever go back and look at your previous screenshots of something you were proud of, and you're like, why? What are you doing? I'd hide that away from everybody. No. All right. So next question. Louisiana is known for its wonderful cuisine. It's kind of like music when it comes to Nashville, Tennessee. You know, every street corner, every place has amazing musicians. Same way with Louisiana, they have amazing cooks everywhere. If you could rank the 3 regions of Louisiana between best cook and worst, give me your 1, 2, 3.
No, man.
I'll say there's.
You talking about best is regionally like the best styles of food across the state ranked 1, 2, 3?
Yeah. Give me the best and the worst.
So you're gonna have. I love New Orleans style food. You know, there are a lot of incredible restaurants in New Orleans. There's a lot of incredible food in Lafayette.
I'm waiting for the butt.
What's that?
I'm waiting for the butt. It's like
I mean, I'm gonna pick one.
No. There's no butt there. It depends on what you're looking for. So in New Orleans, if I want a po' boy, I'm going to New Orleans. You know, I want that old shrimp po' boy or a muffalata. But if we want Cajun food, there's a lot of really good Cajun food in Lafayette, and you can find it at a grocery store. You know, for crying out loud, you can get it at the deli and a grocery.
I want to do this. You got
North Louisiana. As we go further north.
Yeah, we said Northern Louisiana, Creole, or Cajun are the 3 types.
Yeah, Creole. For me, it's Creole, Cajun, North Louisiana in that ranking.
There you go. I like it.
So that's my ranking.
You got an answer out of them.
I'm trying.
Because either way I answer, somebody's going to get kicked off.
Look,
I gotta get one hot take on here.
Yeah,
our stomping grounds growing up was Mandeville, Louisiana, the north side of Lake Pontchartrain.
And I love tomatoes, so I'm gonna tell you, I think tomatoes are delicious, and I like cooking with tomatoes.
That's right, he does. Toby will throw tomatoes in tomatoes.
All right. 2 more questions, and we're out of here.
All right.
Y'all are close to Texas. I'm sure you have a lot of friends that are Texas cooks, and there's some wonderful cuisine in Texas. When it comes to Texas chili, is it chili or is it sloppy joes because it doesn't have any beans? Do beans go in chili, or do you like it Texas style?
Brother, I don't put beans in chili. That's just me.
You like sloppy joes. Okay. That's always a hot topic with Texas boys. All right, guys. Last question of the night. I'll let you guys go. If listeners remember only one thing from this conversation tonight, would have you guys, what would you hope that it is? If they could take one thing away from this podcast, what is one thing that you would want them to take away from your conversation tonight?
Get outside, cook. Be passionate about what you do, and have a good time. Be authentic. Do what you say what you do. And look, man, if you take this thing way too serious, and it doesn't matter how good you want to be at it, it ain't going to mean nothing anyway. So just get outside, cook something.
And hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Yeah,
like,
it'd be
subscribe,
nice too,
baby,
man.
on both of it, all of them.
Yeah.
You should like and subscribe to everybody. Just be a like and subscribe whore.
And thank y'all for your support and helping us grow, and we're gonna keep doing it, man. Appreciate everybody out there.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys. Let the people know where they can find you. Shout out to any sponsors and all that.
You want me to go?
Yeah, go tell them where to find us, Matt.
You can find us at farmtofirelouisiana.com. That's our website. Soon we'll have an Amazon store, so I know everybody's eager for that. So that'll be launching here pretty soon. It's being worked on right now. Our social media, Farm to Fire Louisiana on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram.
All right, guys. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for coming on the show tonight, man. I truly appreciate it. You guys are definitely pioneers and do great ambassadors for the live fire cooking. And
what charcoal are you using?
Oh, we're Cowboy brand all the way, baby.
We Cowboy, baby. Cowboy Calvary's riding. And listen, a shout out to our friends at Cotton Gin Smokers, man.
Absolutely, yeah.
Those are our buddies, and we You know, we part of that pro staff team and family, and so Matt and those guys there, and they're fantastic. So thank you.
I'm about to order me one of those tribal fires, the Santa Maria tribal fire.
There you go, man.
I'm a big fan. It's going on my outdoor kitchen.
That's an awesome Santa Maria.
It's a badass one for sure. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much, man. Like I said, I truly appreciate it. If you guys hanging out, man, it's an honor and a pleasure to have y'all on. I look forward to meeting you guys and definitely trying some of your wonderful food, man.
Well, we'll see y'all in a few weeks, man.
All right, man. All right, thank you guys so much, man. God bless.
All right,
thank y'all. Appreciate
y'all. Don't go anywhere.
I
want to talk to you.
Yeah. All right, Keith. Thank you for kicking this bad boy off, man. I know technical difficulty to do. I didn't get to ask you, what did you do to your wrist? Is your wife beating you again? Do I need to call people?
No, man. I've had some things that I've been putting off for years and years and years, and it just got to the point to where I had to have some like a little cyst removed from my hand, and it turned out a lot bigger than what they expected. So they had to cut me about 5.5 inches down my wrist. So
wow,
yeah, this comes off tomorrow. Thank God.
I bet it smells delicious.
Oh, dude, I have not been kind to this thing. You know, not kind at all.
I have so many comments and jokes, but I got here late, so I'm going to say them. Guys, thank y'all so much for tuning into the show tonight. Sorry I was a little late. Technical difficulties, shocker, I know. But we truly love you guys. And also, I want to give a lot of shout out and love to our sponsors because we couldn't do it without you guys. Shout out to our sponsor, Smoky Woods Barbecue, for all your barbecue fuel needs, man. Check out Smoky Woods Barbecue. Also, tonight's show brought to you by the Barbecue Bus. Guys, check out the Barbecue Bus for all your injections. Nothing touches my chicken but Peep Show. Anything you got animals on a stripper pole, that's where you know it's delicious. But, man, we truly appreciate you guys. If you liked hanging out with us and like hearing what we had to say tonight, give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a follow, and follow us on all the platforms that you can listen to podcasts because we're cool like that. But, all right, man, that's our show tonight. Keaton, you got anything else to say?
Man, thank y'all for coming and hanging out for an hour and 37 minutes. Boy,
it's a long one,
longer ones.
It was a longer one. It's all right. It's all good. It's all good. I appreciate you guys.
Really good company, man.
Absolutely. Guys, thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Go to bed. Stay cool. And when it comes to barbecue, make sure you're always right on cue. See you guys.